Hello guys, and welcome back to another class of our course about the complete introduction to VBA with Excel. So in today's class we are going to learn how to do another really cool thing with basically macros. And basically what we are going to learn to do is sorting our data. So for the purpose of this course, what we are going to do at first is simply building up a database that looks something like this. So as you can see, it's a really simple database. And what it does, it generates random values. So you learn at the same time how to create a database that looks something like this. So we'll start by, well, what exactly is this database? It's houses, number of rooms in the house, year built, number of schools near the house, if there is a metro that is near, and the price of the house. So we'll build up a database that will be based on random values, and then you will be able to copy and paste this database to be able to create a table with it. So let's start. All right, so pretty simple. First step, we are going to create a header that looks like this. So basically it's gonna be type house condo. So basically one or the other. Then we will have number of rooms. Then we will have our year that the house have been built, number of schools, if there is a metro near, and finally the price. So on the last step, we will have the price. All right. Then right now we will use a function that is, well, the most used function in this table will be the if function. And basically the first question that we want to ask ourselves, is this house a house or a condo? So instead of writing down house, condo, house, condo, house, condo, what we'll do, we'll simply use an if function to be able to do so. And before, well, we are going to ask Excel to verify if the value that will be here will be 0 or 1 or 1 or 2. And if the value is 1, we will have a house. If it's 0 or 2, it's going to be a condo. So we are going to write down our first function right here. It's going to be rand between. So we want to generate a number that is between 1 and 2. Then right there, we are going to write down our if function. So pretty simple. If the value right here is equal to 1, we want Excel to generate a house. If not, we want Excel to generate condo. So really important to use those parentheses right there. As you can see, if we verify it, it works pretty fine. All right, next step, we want to have the number of rooms. So pretty simple. How exactly do we know the number of rooms? We are going to generate a random value between, let's say, 3 and 6. So it's going to be rand between. In this case, 3 and 6. Year built, so you can generate a random value between, let's say, in this case, 2000 and 2015. So it's going to be pretty much the same thing as this table right here. Number of schools, will generate a random number that will be between 1 and, in this case, 4. If there is a metro near, so basically we want Excel to say yes or no. So how exactly we'll do this? With the same thing that we did in this case right there. So we'll just generate a random number right here that will be between 1 and 2. So in this case, if this element right here is equal to 1, we want Excel to generate yes. If not, we want Excel to generate no. All right, here we go. So everything works fine. And finally, the price. We can generate a price between $500,000 and $900,000. So that's pretty good for a house. So $500,000 and $900,000 for a house. So everything works pretty fine. So right now we can test everything. Just you can see everything works fine. Next step is pretty simple. It's just putting, well, first of all, we'll take all this, we'll drag it down there. And each time we refresh the page, as you can see, all the numbers will change. So next step is pretty simple. It's just putting everything inside of a table. So we are going to go to insert, and then we are going to select table right there. So we'll just do it again. We'll go here, insert table. Right. There we go. All right, we'll keep it like this. All right, so right now we have everything that we need. So next thing that we want to do is pretty simple. It's just deleting those elements right here, but we can't necessarily delete them because if we delete them, we will not have random values. So what we'll do, we'll just hide them. So pretty simple, we can just hide those cells. There we go. All right, so right now everything works fine. We have our table that can generate random values. So what we can do right now with a table that looks pretty much like this, so we'll just take away, well, it's the same thing. So basically we'll work on this one because it's way bigger. So we can delete this table right here because you already built it. So what exactly we can do with a table that looks something like this? Well, you guys can do pretty much a lot of things. You can sort elements that are inside of this table. So basically you can sort your elements by houses and condos. You can sort them by number of rooms. You can sort them by the year that the house have been built, number of schools, metro near, or the price. And basically the goal here, well, in this class, is taking this sorting that you are able to do and put it inside of a macro. So let's say someone want to sort, well, let's just go in data and go here, take away the filters. And let's say someone want to sort all those elements by the house. So basically by the houses. So we want to sort everything by the type, a house or a condo. So it's gonna go, he will go here and we are going to sort our elements by house or condo. And here we'll have, well, first of all, it's still random values. So the first thing, I forgot to mention it. If you use random values, it's not gonna work properly. So the first thing that we are going to do, we are going to take this table and we are going to copy and paste it right here to not have random values. So we'll just select everything that we have. So the whole table, we'll copy it and we are going to paste it right here. But it's really important to paste it by only passing the values. So nothing besides of values. So here we go, we have pasted our values. Now we can basically delete what we don't need. So perfect. Right now we'll just reselect everything and create a table. Great. So we have our table right now. So I repeat what I just said. So we'll hide this table right there because we won't need it anymore. All right. So right now we want to sort our table by houses. So how exactly we can do this? So if we try to do it this way, we'll need to delete condos and we'll only have houses that will be left. But if, for example, we want to have houses at first and then we want to have condos, how exactly we can do this? So pretty simple. We'll just bring it back. So you guys are going to use this element right here. So in the data, you guys are going to use the sorting element. So the sorting right here. Let's say you want to basically have houses first or condos first. It's going to be like this. So as you can see, you will have all the condos that will come first, and then you will have all the houses after that. So let's say you want to sort it by type house condo, then you want to sort it by the number of rooms. It's possible to do it as well, and it's going to be once again by this element right here. So you will simply add another level. Then you want to sort it by the number of rooms. So first of all, we will have condos and all the condos that have 3 rooms. Then all the condos that have 4 rooms, then all the condos that have 5 rooms, etc. until 6 rooms, and then the same thing for the houses. So basically what we want to do right now is simply store, well, basically simply putting together all the different sorts that we want. So basically, let's say we want to create a macro that will sort the condos and the houses as well as the number of rooms in one macro. So basically we simply apply this macro once, and what's going to happen, it will automatically sort everything how we want it to be sorted. So how exactly we do this? So pretty simple. I'll just delete my past sortings. So pretty simple. What I can do right now, well, how I can do it, it's pretty simple. So first of all, I go in the developer tab. So in this case, let's create a few macros. So the first macro will sort it by type. So basically house, condo. This, well, let's say, yeah, so house, condo. The second one will sort it by year built. So we'll keep it really, really simple. So as always, we are going to select our relative references and we are going to record the macros. So basically how exactly, let's call it sort one. And let's try it out. So pretty simple, we are going to go to data. And first thing that we are going to do, we're going to sort it by, in this case, number. So we said type house, condo, and then number of rooms. And then we just click on OK. So here we go. The first sorting have been done. So when it's all done, we just go here and we stop the recording process. All right. Second thing that we want to do, we want to sort our table by the number, well, by the year built, and let's say the number of schools that we have near the house. So pretty simple. We're going to come back here. We're going to use relative references. We are going to record the macro. We'll call it sort2. And let's do this. So we'll come back to data. We'll go to sort. And in this case, we are going to sort it by year built and the number of schools that we have near. Once again, we click on OK. And right now it works pretty fine. So first of all, we have the year built right here. And then we have the number of schools near. So everything works fine. All right, so right now we have two macros that have been, created. What we'll do, we'll just try those macros out to see if they work perfectly. So we have sort one, we can run it. And as you can see, everything works fine. So we have our condos and the number of rooms that have been sorted how we wanted them to be sorted. And second thing for sort number two. So we can run it right here and same thing happens. So we are able to sort by the year built and the number of schools near. So just verify it. All right, so right now, as you can see, everything works perfectly fine right now. So this is a thing that you guys can do. So it's pretty cool. Basically, if you want to store your, well, the way you want to sort your table, you can do it as well. And as you can see, works pretty fine. And that's another way that you guys can use macros when you are working out with the Microsoft Excel. You can use it to sort things. And basically, instead of trying to find how exactly you have sorted your things to be able to analyze your data, you can simply save it in your macro. So you can save it as a macro and use it after that way. So that's it for this class, guys, and see you all in our next class.